Hey everybody, it's Christian from Reaper Disc, and I'm here to show you today how to throw a flex shot. So a flex shot, for those of you who don't know, is a disc that starts on an Hyzer angle, moving from a right-hand, backhand perspective, moving from left to right before getting flat, and then coming back to finish on Hyzer from right to left. It makes a nice big S-shot pattern. It's good for carving up tight wooded fairways or getting max distance. So today I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to show you how two different ways. So the first way is going to be what is called the force over flex shot. This is a favorite by players like Nicola Castro, who take a nice overstable disc like a halo destroyer, which I'll throw now, and start it on a forced Hyzer line, get it to turn over, and then count on the stability of the disc to bring it back and cause it the Hyzer at the very end. All right, this is good for beginners or players who haven't quite figured out how to do the Hyzer flip line, which I'll show you in a second, and rely on a good overstable disc to fight out of any Hyzer. So to throw a force over flex shot, you're going to want to kind of start with your body high, because you're going to want to push the disc up as you go through and really kind of force that Hyzer in. And like I said, you're going to want to do this with a really overstable disc. So you're going to start with your run up, and you're going to come in, go through your X step, and whenever you plant, instead of leaning over the disc and kind of starting low and building high like you will with a Hyzer flip shot, you're going to kind of start high with your back slightly arched backwards and really get the disc up in the air. Start at above the chest line, almost at the shoulder line, and start on that Hyzer angle. And you're going to follow through with the rest of your body coming down and a little lower. That way you kind of make that rainbow pattern with the throwing motion and really get that disc started out. And to do that, you're going to really have to commit to the shot and trust your disc. Disc selection is really important with this shot, because you have to know that whatever disc you choose, like this Halo Destroyer, is going to fade at the end of the line. So let's show you how to throw it. Like I said, first you're going to come through, start high, bring it over like a rainbow, and I'll show you from the side angle. It's going to come through, come across your body, and come down almost like you're going to try to throw a roller. So count on the stability of the disc to bring it back, and as long as you make the right choice in disc, it will come back and you're going to get a nice big flex shot. So let's see how it flies. Okay, so that one held on just a little bit too long. This really takes a lot of practice to get down, because you're going to have to really tinker with the angle and the stability of the disc and take into consideration any wind. It appears though there was a little bit of crosswind out there that pushed the disc down and held that turnover line. So I'm going to grab a little more overstable disc and we'll try it again. All right, to show you again, I'm going to be throwing the Metal Flake Champion Max. This is the James Proctor Tour Series and everything. Very, very overstable, and this should fight out of any Hyzer you put it on. So again, we're going to start this on Hyzer, really bringing the body up, leaning back over it, getting that rainbow motion coming across the body, and really try to start this off way out to the left-hand side of your target. So if you're throwing right-handed backhand, or left-handed forehand. If you're throwing right-handed forehand or lefty backhand, just flip-flop these. But you're really going to want to start it off to the left-hand side and let it pan back. So let's try it again. Okay, so I think I got out of the way enough for you to see it, but it started left, really panned back to the right, flattened out as it was starting to come back down toward the ground, and then stalled for a second and dove back in and hit the ground on Hyzer. This is good for nice distance control shots, and if you want to learn a flex shot and you're newer to the game or you haven't perfected the Hyzer flip, this is what you do. Now, for the Hyzer flip shot, this is a lot more technical of a shot and requires really good form. I'll brush up over it here, so let me grab a disc. For this shot, I'm also going to be throwing a Star Destroyer. Now, if you don't have the arm speed and arm power to Hyzer flip a destroyer, you can always go with something a little less overstable, probably more along the neutral lines, or even if you're toward the beginner and your arm speed's a little slow, I would lean down toward a slower neutral to understable disc, kind of like a Valkyrie, possibly a T-bird. And this is going to allow you to really speed up on that disc and get that flip line. So you're going to want to come in with really good form, making sure to stay over the disc the entire time. Move the body out of the way. Unlike with the force over flex shot, you're not going to want to make a rainbow or any sort of looping motion with the disc around your body as you come through. You're going to want to get your body out of the way and let the disc come through in a straight line. That's really going to let you get a lot of power and a lot of speed from the reach back all the way through. You're really going to want your body out of the way. So as I come through, I'm going to lean over the shot, get a solid reach back, and as I plant, my plant foot is going to be just a little more to the left as I run up, so it'll be toward the top left corner of the tee pad. I'm going to bend my body over, get my body out of the way, bring the disc in a straight line, leading with the elbow like you're going to elbow a door in. I wouldn't suggest it, it'd probably hurt. But lean over right here, come through with a locked in Hyzer angle. So right here, the disc is going to have a locked in Hyzer angle and come out of it. Now, for this, you're going to want a flippier disc, like I said, because you're going to want something that has enough high speed turn. So that turn rating needs to be flippy enough to get the disc to come out and then flip up and ride that anhyzer. And then you're also going to want something is where it gets tricky. And this is why a lot of times this is a shot for power players, is you're going to want something that when it slows down, it still has enough stability to fight out and come back. So, like I said, I'm throwing Star Destroyer for this shot. Don't be afraid to try to throw a Sidewinder or another kind of fairway driver, slower speed, and a little flippier. So, going into the follow through with this, when you release, you're going to again want your body over the path of the disc, release with the palm facing down, and come through and allow that motion to continue to go upwards to the right. That way you're really making sure you've committed to that Hyzer line and that Hyzer angle on release instead of rolling your wrist and letting the disc flip over unnaturally. So you really want to come in hard, come up and let that arm continue forward and let the momentum carry your body through to where your left foot is out in front. So let's throw this destroyer and show you what a Hyzer flip looks like. Alright, and that is how to throw a flex shot. Make sure you get out and practice it, because this takes, like I said, a lot of practice to be able to pull this out in competition, or maybe just in front of your friends and be able to throw it confidently. Go to reaperdisc.com to get any disc you might need to try to add this shot to your bag. The link is in the description. Guys, take care, and I'll see you on the course.